Braden Starver, and welcome back to the Point Park University interview with Mr. Bittner here. So we just have a few questions. First, since COVID's a big thing right now, and there's it's spiking again, coming towards Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those other holidays. What are the measures that you're going to put in place, like on the campus? What is the campus going to put in place to prevent the spread of COVID?
So we're currently following the CDC guidelines, and we're making sure everyone's socially distanced, and we're doing, limited class sizes. We have what's called a high flex model, which you can do remote classes, you can do, hybrid where you're doing some in person, some remote, and we're being as flexible as possible with that. We're also, everyone has to wear a mask, all the time on campus, at all times. And so in addition to that, if somebody does, come in contact with somebody with COVID or ends up being testing positive, we isolate and quarantine students that have either been tested positive or, have been in contact with people. So we're just following all the proper CDC guidelines.
Yeah. The next one is, if someone does contract COVID, are there any type of, do they have to go off campus? Can they stay on campus?
We have certain places on campus where students will quarantine and isolate. So there's certain floors at the university that are designated for that. Okay.
So on to the more statistical questions, about the college itself. What is the most popular major at the campus?
So I can give you our top five. We have dance, sports, arts, and entertainment management, business management, psychology, and theater are our top five majors at Point Park.
All right, those are pretty good majors. What type of or what SAT and ACT scores are needed to get into Point Park?
So the minimum SAT is about 950, and the minimum ACT is an 18 composite. Now, if you're under in the minimums, it doesn't mean you cannot be admitted. Those are just our minimums that we have listed on the website. But definitely don't be discouraged about applying if you fall under one of those two minimums there.
Yeah, and what's the university's cost? With all the dorm, the classes, the books, all of that. You know what the range for that is?
Yeah, so there are two tuitions at our university. So if you're going into the Conservatory Performing Arts, which is either dance, cinema, or theater departments, the tuition is going to be, I have $45,120, and then room and board is approximately an additional $12,000. So the total cost for a conservatory student living on campus is going to be $57,120. And then if you're in the School of Arts and Sciences, Roland School of Business, School of Communications, or School of Education, your tuition will be $35,860, and then the room and board is an additional $12,000. So the total cost for those schools is $47,860. And the average student at the university gets about $27,000 a year in financial aid, and 99% of our incoming first-year students receive some form of financial aid.
Yeah, it's pretty affordable.
Yeah.
That's very. What kind of scholarship opportunities are available?
So when it comes to scholarships, if you're in one of the four schools I mentioned, like the School of Arts and Sciences, Roland School of Business, School of Communications, and School of Education, your scholarships are academic, and they range between $14,000 to $20,000 a year.
Okay.
And then for the Conservatory Performing Arts, dance, cinema, and theater departments, you'll be considered for a Dean's Academic, which is $5,000 a year, and an Artistic Achievement Award, which ranges between $3,000 to $25,000 a year. And the Artistic's based on your either an interview, portfolio, or audition, because you need to be both artistically admitted and academically admitted to go into our conservatory programs. So the artistic's based on either the interview, portfolio, or audition. The academic scholarships, which is based on your academics, whether it's GPA, test scores, things like that.
Mm-hmm. What is the student professor ratio at the school?
So we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio at Point Park, and the average class size is about 20 students.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about during COVID? Is it still about the same size, or are there less students that are in classes, or it's just the hybrid schedule that you mentioned?
So they are limited. There's less people in each classroom. We're trying to make the classroom size smaller. We're also separating. We're creating socially distancing within those classrooms. So part of it is having less people in the classroom, and so we can socially distance properly.
Mm-hmm. What is the percentage of students that land a job right out of college in Point Park?
So our placement rate for people who are either working or going on to grad school upon graduation is 91%.
Okay, and it again goes towards probably the major not scholarship, sorry, the popular majors that are on the campus that probably contribute to that.
Yeah, like I said, that 91% is the total of all the majors at the university. But yeah. So.
Mm-hmm. What drives like students to your university? Well, what do you think?
So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
One of the things that drives students to our university is the fact that we are a downtown campus. That makes us unique from a lot of universities out there, especially in Pittsburgh. We're the only downtown campus in Pittsburgh. So there's a lot of opportunities that go along with being in a downtown location. Mm-hmm. You're in walking distance to a lot of corporations, companies, businesses. Yeah. So it makes it easy for us to build partnerships with different corporations for internships. And we also have a co-op program, which is a cooperative education program, which is open to most of our majors. And it gives our students an opportunity to work full-time, first semester, getting paid and getting college credit. So it's a nice opportunity for a lot of our students here at the university. So definitely the downtown campus and the opportunities that it provides for students professionally, but also you're in walking distance to a lot of different activities, whether it's coffee shops, restaurants, parks, museums, performance venues, sports venues. So the students like being in proximity to all those different activities too.
Yeah. Another COVID question, an extension of the question of what drives students to university. With COVID and all, do you think that are there rules to how far or how much you can be outside the campus, being downtown and stuff, being around all these other restaurants and stuff? Is there certain rules in place to prevent in case the spread of COVID?
Well, we allow our students to go off campus. Our campus is downtown.
Yeah.
We always say the city's your campus, so we don't limit that they can go off campus or they're allowed to go off campus and explore. We try to recommend being smart about it, wearing your mask. Yeah. Where we're going, and the students have been pretty good about that. But a lot of it takes place in terms of our. When they get back on campus, like I said, if somebody does get sick and they do test positive, we will quarantine and isolate to make sure that it doesn't spread throughout the campus.
Mm-hmm. Just a few more questions left. What do you think students' favorite part about the campus is?
Like I said, that actually goes back to the downtown life.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're a student looking at Point Park, it's not the only reason you look at Point Park, but students that come here definitely, you can't be shy about living in a downtown area.
Mm-hmm.
And that draws people here because they want that experience and they want all the opportunities that go along with that and the social aspects of being in a city. So that's one of the biggest driving things to our university.
Probably sets them up for bigger cities, Chicago, New York.
Yeah, exactly. So,
How does your university deal with competition, especially from, Pitt University and CMU?
So I don't really everyone is, I guess, technically competition, but I don't look at it as competition the fact that if you're we're different than other schools, and they're different from us. So it's all about finding the right fit. For example, if you're a bigger school, if you're looking at bigger schools, you're probably not looking at at our school as much because we're a smaller, private, kind of personalized attention school. So we all have a place in the city and in the area, and we all have our own opportunities that we present, individually to our students. And like I said, if you're looking for a smaller school, you probably won't be looking at Pitt and Point Park because, they're going to have totally different experiences, for the students. But we definitely, like I say, it's got to be the right fit for you, and we make sure that when we're talking to you about the university, you like the idea of all that we have to offer and everything about our campus that's unique to us, that we hope that you like also.
Yeah, I think that sums up about all the questions. A lot of them, they were almost answered in like pairs. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that sums it up. Is there anything else you'd probably like to add at all?
I just want to let you know we're doing on-campus visits right now, so students that are interested in visiting Point Park still have the opportunity to do both virtual and in-person individual visits. And we also have rolling admissions. There's no deadline to apply to Point Park, so if you're a senior right now and you haven't applied yet, you still have the opportunity to do that. We have a free online application, and we're also a member of the Common Application, so whichever one you feel like completing is fine. But yeah, there's still opportunities. If you're a senior and you're looking to still apply to schools and you're still thinking about your options, you still have an opportunity to apply here.
Yeah. Me as a junior, I may want to even consider seeing the campus on site in person.
Yeah,
so,
and, anyone's welcome to visit the campus and check it out. So if you're a junior and you want to get a nice head start on the college process, the college search process, you're more than welcome to go to our website and sign up for a visit to the university.
All right. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. So it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Yeah. I enjoyed this. I hope I gave you a lot of good information about Point Park. And I hope
information.
You enjoy the rest of your school year here. I know it's probably been tough for you guys with all this going on. So
yeah, it's a little rough, but we're hanging in there.
Yeah.
So I will see you eventually one day, maybe.
I hope to see you on campus.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later.
Take care. Thank you.
Hey, Mr.